Hi Don, how you doing? How's your weekend? I will just message you and double check how you played and what you shot. Remember that, sorry, unplanned, but a good thing to remember. Okay, remember those two things are not the same. I'll always ask you how you played. How did you hit the ball? Did you feel like you're doing what you're meant to be doing, etc., etc.? And then what you shot. Okay, because they're actually different things. You want to play a certain way, drive the ball, hit the ball, chip the ball, putt the ball a certain way, all right? And that doesn't always translate to the score you want. But it means at least you are taking care of what you can take care of, and then you need to get better at aiming or executing or touch or reading greens, etc., etc., etc. Right. Anyway, slightly off topic there, but good seed to plant. Anyway, hope you had a good weekend. I'll chat to you about how you played. So where we at? Okay. I'm very happy with where things are at, but a little bit worried that with the irons in the videos you sent me, I know it was only a few, most of them were the 3-wood, and I love the 3-wood release point videos, by the way. But a little bit worried that we're starting a little bit lateral again, and then it was quite obvious for me when you got lateral, or too lateral, can we say that? The left knee collapsed. It kind of went in too much, and then when you didn't, it was kind of a nice load, because a little bit lateral with the 3-wood and driver, that's absolutely fine. But when you didn't go too much, then there was still a nice sort of gap. And that's exactly what we're going to work on this week, right? So just want to touch a little bit on, again, the movement, excess movement. A little bit of sort of short game, which you haven't really done, okay? And then obviously that thing, right? So we're going to focus on that stability and starting to understand the leg work and the strike this week. So let's do it this way out first. Okay, so I'll just explain to you quickly as well where we're trying to go and how it kind of works, right? So you almost got your leg work of the golf swing. Okay, you almost got the idea of it the wrong way around. So what I mean by that is, in a really good golf swing, okay, what we want is we want as little leg work as possible on the backswing, all right, and then as much leg work as possible on the downswing. And it's kind of how we want to work it. So we want to, yes, shift weight, okay, but it's more done out of sort of rotating, moving your center of mass, and almost resisting with the legs, all right? So we want as little leg work as possible, all right? And then just before we get to the top, then we want as much leg work as possible, okay? Leg work being weight shift and hip rotation. Okay, so that's kind of how it works, right? Obviously, we've got a little bit of a lateral move, okay? And this lifting of the left heel. Now, this lifting of the left heel and the heel plant is so critical for us. That's going to be the key move that really takes us through. So you don't have to worry about it. But and as you will remember, I've never asked you to do anything different with your legs on the backswing. It's just the upper body, right? So that release. But once you plant, you don't do a hell of a lot, right? Then you kind of drop the club on the golf ball, right? Instead of now planting and going, cool. Why did I plant? Okay, I set up a pivot point, I set up a power move, I set up an explosion. Okay. So you actually are setting it up and then you haven't learned to do it. So right. And that's where we're going to focus, right? But we've got to make sure that we're nice and still. Okay, and then also I just wanted to touch a little bit on the short game. Okay. So that little L to L warm up, okay, we're going to keep that and add to it, right? So instead of thinking L to L, we're going to think of that on the clock face. Okay, so old style clock, that's the hour hand. Okay, so on the L, that is 9 o'clock. Okay, and then obviously you release it on 3 o'clock, so 9 to 3, right? Okay, so that's the idea we're going to take this week. So narrow stance, one club head, just to keep everything nice and still. Okay, keep the handle always just slightly in front of the golf club, so not too static. Okay, for putting and drive, it's fine. For everything else, a little bit forward. Okay, so it means the ball's kind of in the middle. Now, we're going to still use that. Okay, now remember we're using the shoulders, and this is the key move, really. We're using the shoulders to move it. So this is just our guideline. We're not trying to just swing our arms. We turn our shoulders, but we're using that left arm as a guideline. Okay, and most important, this is why I wanted to do it this week, most important, the chest must turn through the shot. Okay, so what are we doing? Okay, let's kind of do 5 of each. Okay, narrow stance, using the shoulders. Okay, hour clock, hour hand, hour hand. Okay, and we're going to go this little short one, so 7 o'clock. What are we talking? 7, no. There, 7, Okay? Little turn of the chest. 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Okay. 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And see how much my torso is rotating. Okay, so just a couple of those. Then from there we're going to go 8. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly 7 o'clock. If it's like just before, just after 7, or it doesn't matter. It's just an idea. Okay? Right, so 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Did a few of those, right? And then I'd like to see videos. Okay, keep the stance with the same, ball position the same, handle the same, and we're going to do some 8 o'clock, 8 to 4. Okay, so we're going to go 8 to 4. All right, just a few of those. Okay, very smooth. Okay, not accelerating, not decelerating, just smooth, right? So just little 7 to 5, and then some 8 to 4s, very still, narrow stance, turning the torso. Okay, nice little 8 to 5. And then we get into our 9 to 3, which is our L to L. Stay narrow for now. Okay, so keep it still narrow. Okay, keep the handle forward. 9 off to 3 o'clock. Okay, so just do a few of those for me, and please video them. I just want to check out a couple of things. Even if 2 or 3 of each is fine. Okay, all right. Then, okay, go into some full swings. Okay, just do a couple irons now. Just do a couple with the still feet together. Okay, but I want full backswing, and most important, and this is where we focus our energy this week. Okay, full backswing, most important, even though your feet are together, full follow through. Okay, you can see this right foot is released. You can see the chest and torso released, and the club is over my left shoulder. Okay, so narrow stance. Doesn't have to be full speed, but full range of motion. Okay, so full backswing. Okay, and full follow through. Okay, if you have to force it for now, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then from there, I want you to try this, and hence partly my sort of longish explanation about the footwork of the golf swing that I was explaining, and obviously your heel plant and stuff. So I want you to try this and just see what it looks like. Okay, if you've got a ball, a volleyball or whatever, or just one of those sort of plastic beach blow-up balls, if you don't have, just maybe try with a pillow, fold the pillow in half. It can kind of work. But I want to see this. Don't do too much of this without sending me videos, because basically what we want, okay, we're going to put this above the knees, okay, and we're going to see if we can hit golf shots, and really I want to see what it does to your center point, what it does to your balance, okay, and I want to see if you can hit golf balls, okay, bracing and holding that thing between your legs. Okay, so normally we use this drill for people that are getting a little bit sort of kicky and active on the downswing. Okay, I want to see if we can use it for you just to stabilize your backswing. So we can stabilize that backswing, but keep that little release of the left heel, okay, but still stabilize the backswing. All right, then we can almost skip through sort of the transition downswing impact and go straight to the follow through. And if you get the backswing right with a little heel plant and learn to get here, okay, we'll probably have to, the rest will take care of itself, because everything's kind of in the right position. Okay, it's just you that kind of hangs back here, okay, doesn't plant very often and then doesn't finish the follow through. Okay, obviously I'm exaggerating, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so I want to see if we can stabilize this for you and then skip working on the transition and impact. It'll just, I mean, especially with obviously the drills you've done with the release point and center striking really help, really make it easier for me. But I want to see if that's going to work for you. Okay, so it must be above the knees. Okay, obviously it is going to, however big that ball is going to dictate the width of stance, so don't worry about that. Okay, so you've got to lock it in there. Okay, distance from the ball, and see if you can, okay, hit shots without dropping the ball out. Okay, I just want to see what it's going to do. For this one, I mean, you can send me both angles, but to be honest with you, the side-on angle is most important for this. Okay, I want to see what it does to the load, the center point, and the weight shift of the golf. And hopefully what we're going to do is have that feel of keeping the knees separated on the backswing whilst maintaining that left heel. And then from there, all we have to do is plant, and finish, complete the swing. Okay, and a lot of, if not everything, a lot of the stuff's all going to be in the right place. So that's quite exciting. Okay, right. Bit of a weird one this week, I know. Okay, give it a bash. Send me some videos. And also just let me know. Obviously, I said I will message you. But just let me know if there's something in particular that you need. Okay, thank you very much. I'll talk to you soon.